the beach today?
Huh. It's maybe 4 degrees out, maybe. What's good, everyone? If you don't know who I am, my name is Eli, and on this channel, I'm going to be starting a brand new series where I document how I'm going to create a software product for agency owners, coaches, consultants, but really anyone looking to scale to 10K a month or far beyond that in their business and their entrepreneurial ventures. Now, this software is going to be completely free to anyone who wants to use it, and it's going to use the systems and the processes and kind of tactics that I've used personally to hit 10K a month and also go a little bit beyond that. So with that being said, I want to go over just a couple things about this series that I'm going to be documenting. So the first thing is that building in public, like I've seen so many people do it and I've heard so many things, oh, build in public, build in public. I feel like we always hear that these days. But the great thing that I've already started to experience is the small feedback loop or the fast feedback loop. So you put a feature out or a new thing, a new template, new SOP, a new module in your course, whatever it may be. And then the community sees that, tries it out, tests it, and they'll give you live feedback almost immediately. So I've already had a few people actually sign up to beta test the software. Link in the description of this video, by the way, if you are interested in doing that yourself. And when I reach out to them with new questions, hey, feature updates, hey, any bugs, how are you using the software? They'll message me back almost instantaneously because of the trust that I've built through this YouTube channel and because of me giving something to them of value completely for free, AKA my software. So that's one piece of it. Now, the other piece of the puzzle here is that along with my software, the goal is to actually build out a more robust system. I'm thinking I'm going to use WAP, the course creation community platform. So I want to build out a community, a free community, and then also a paid community. But the difference is that it's not going to be monthly. It's going to be a one-time payment for lifetime access in the community. And really that will help people stay more motivated and invest in the systems that I want to actually push on them, because these are the systems that I've personally executed on and used to book over 30 meetings in 6 months of not trying to actually book meetings on YouTube. They all happen organically. And I closed about 80% of those clients. So basically, it's an absolute win-win for everyone. People looking to build a personal brand to actually have the best 2025 they've ever had, get more opportunities than they ever thought could be possible, and just have a lot of fun sharing authentically with people. That's kind of who the community and the kind of people that I want in the community. Really hungry, motivated people looking to scale with organic content. So quick little summary on my end. That's what I'm thinking. That's my mastermind plan. That's what I'm going to do. And now let's actually dive into the computer so you can see a couple things more in depth and I can explain them a little bit more visually. So if you're new here and you don't know, my company is Proxy AI. Essentially, it was an AI automation agency and still is, helping brands integrate automated systems, help them learn about AI, and help them actually get ahead. When the AI, age comes upon us, they'll be more ready for it. Basically, we integrated these systems into businesses, but we did not actually utilize this model, the New Age founder model. And I myself wasn't really aware of it or didn't value it or give it the attention that it actually deserved. So transitioning into this more educational approach that we are going towards, this is the model that's going to drive the traffic, drive the trust, and be our core pillar to actually build off of moving forward. So it's the New Age founder model. Now, what is a New Age founder? A New Age founder is somebody that realizes that AI can replace a lot of tedious tasks that they didn't need to do in their business. A New Age founder is somebody that realizes social content and authentic connection is paramount to anything else. And a New Age founder is somebody that can utilize these things at any point in time to get ahead and achieve more than the 99% of people out there. Utilizing things like Pareto's principle, 20% of your tasks derive 80% or drive 80% of the outcomes in your business, in life, in whatever it is that you're doing. So moving down here, we have the building in public approach. Again, as I said in the last clip, building in public is something that we hear so much on YouTube these days, on Instagram, but you hear it so much for a reason. It's not just noise. It's extremely valuable, and it ties in super closely to the New Age founder. Building in public is the act of showcasing your journey from your current situation to your desired situation or your dream outcome. In my case, building products, building tools that will help people make more money and be more satisfied navigating this online realm and just living daily, day to day. So building in public is a key piece of that. So we have this old school funnel model. Now, this is maybe a little primitive. There's, I'm sure, a lot more steps and pieces that you could actually add to this. But, paid advertising or cold outreach, drive traffic to the funnel, the VSL, and then eventually over a long enough time horizon, a long enough time lag, some of those people become customers. And there's so many determinants of how well this works. A part of that being your reputation. If you run enough ads, the volume of things, there's a lot of things that can actually play out in this model. An example of this is Hormozi. He runs a ton of paid ads, and those work because he's built such a reputable name for himself in the industry. But if I were to run paid ads, they would work far worse. They'd be much less effective. This is kind of that old school model. So then if we contrast that with the New Age founder model, content creation is above everything else. And that's because content creation is the most important thing that you can be focusing on as a founder. Now, don't get me wrong. There's many other subtasks that are still almost as important, right? But my thesis is that going all in on content creation while still building a product and a system that consumers love and not obviously neglecting that piece of things will actually bring around the most success out of any model out there, especially moving forward. Organic traffic, this part is extremely important. This authentic connection piece here, this is extremely valuable. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still a very large time delay between this content creation step, the traffic that you get from the content, although this is shorter than this step from here to here is shorter than from the traffic to the authentic connection. The authentic connection comes down to the quality of your content, but also how frequently you post and how frequently you actually engage with users. Do you run webinars? Do you have a free community? Do you provide value to them on a more consistent basis than your competitors? These things will all foster this extremely authentic connection right here. Then the other piece of the New Age model is that you are the brand head. It's not, hey, here's Microsoft, we make computers, we make computer pieces, computer parts, and Bill Gates just happens to be the CEO, the founder. It's a little bit more like the Elon model where he is the brand head. When you think of Tesla or SpaceX, you know what they do. You've heard about them enough to get what their companies accomplish, but immediately you think of Elon and like some funny tweet he posted, and then that gives you a sense of goodwill and fosters brand loyalty and support for a lot of people, right? So you are the head. You are the head of the operation. You are almost the product in a way. And then, of course, all of these things combined over a long enough time horizon leads to business opportunities and then satisfied customers. So it still works like a funnel, but the components are completely different. And there's absolutely a shift in consumer behavior these days. Modern consumers truly value authenticity over polished sales tactics. So year after year, there's always shifts in consumer behavior. Now, I'm not a marketing genius. I don't know. I couldn't tell you the exact shifts year over year and how consumers' behaviors have changed. But what I know for certain is that the closer we get to 2030 and beyond, the more consumers are going to value authentic connections with the brands or the creators that they're supporting and purchasing from. So modern consumers truly value authenticity over polished sales tactics. I know this to be true through my experience, which is the only experience I can speak from, my experience, because I've hopped on a few sales calls with cold cold leads, people I've done outreach to, cold email, and you get on and they are a lot more skeptical. They have a lot more objections, and it is a 10x harder close than if somebody hops on and through a conversation or a meeting that they booked out of their own free will. In a YouTube description, through Instagram, those people basically sell themselves on the calls because they know you and they know your brand and they have a perceived value that you provide. Polished sales tactics are slowly going out of style. Ad fatigue is 100% real. Consumers are extremely tired of getting bombarded by all these ads. For some people, traditional paid ads are definitely expensive, but not in the way that you think. It's not monetarily expensive. It's a little bit expensive for your image. Now, don't get me wrong. Paid ads can be run well, completely, and foster a good sense of connection and community if people are targeted with ads. And they aren't a bad thing all the time. But if you don't have the supporting brand underneath you, right? If you aren't seen as an authority figure and you aren't somebody who is connected authentically and been like just a good person in general, people are going to have the same feelings as if they got a cold email, which is a little bit of disgust and a quick glance over, and then it's gone from their minds completely. People trust brands they connect with personally and naturally through content. This is what I call the school effect. So when Hormozi and School started running all those ads that I'm sure you've probably gotten over 1,000 of at this point, it started off super strong. And I'm sure that they're probably still on an upwards trend in user adoption for School and people who sign up and create communities. But in my opinion, just through my, I have no data on this at all, but they're kind of at the peak. And I can only speak from my experience, but I'm completely tired of seeing School ads, and it's making me want to create a School less and less. Not to say it's not an effective platform, not to say it's not an incredible platform. I really like Hormozi. I love Sam Ovens, but it's getting a little tiring seeing all of this. There is both methods, old school funnel versus new age founder. You can take a quick look at this. Paid ads, sales funnel, customer feels like a target, not a partner. This is an extremely important piece of that. The new age founder starts with content that provides incredible amounts of value to attract an audience organically, building trust as the face of your brand, and for every initiative that your company starts. This is why Iman can create Gaji, the eyewear glasses, even though the eyewear brand, like the glasses brand. That's why he can create that and sell millions of dollars of glasses every single year, even though people don't know him for being like the glasses guy, the stylish guy. It's just all associated with good feelings that he's fostered through years of content creation. That's why people buy. You are the face of the brand. They trust you, right? This is an index from Edelman, from the Edelman Trust Barometer. You can see year over year, the percentage of consumers who prioritize brand trust, 50% to 88% from 2000 to 2023. That's a 38% increase over 23 years. And as I said, that trend is only going to continue. You are building trust with your brand when you give value first. Something free, a really good free offer for your business. You being an authentic person who is known to keep your word and known to follow through on your commitments. When somebody consumes something that you create, it triggers a sense of reciprocity. There's that classic saying, somebody has to consume like roughly 7 hours of your thing before they feel a little bit indebted to you and want to actually reciprocate and give back to you. When you help people without expectation, people feel compelled to return the favor. It eliminates friction. As I said on the sales calls, much easier to close when people actually book out of their own free will. Lower the barrier for potential customers to engage. Hence why I'm creating this free software that people will get value from and actually use, hopefully, and we'll see. And creates advocates, right? Over a long time horizon, when you consistently deliver, people will organically tell people how good your thing is and how amazing it is, hopefully, right? Because you still have to have a good product, don't get me wrong. People share what they find useful, and that expands your reach organically. Then this is really the cherry on top of everything. It's the shorter feedback loop. Building in public allows you to have an extremely short feedback loop so you can iterate faster and get ahead much quicker in whatever it is that you're doing. This is one of my absolute favorite quotes from Naval. The people who have the ability to fail in public under their own name actually gain a lot of power. In my interpretation of that, this is because failing in public shows grit, determination, and above all, a dedication to make things right, no matter how long it takes. If you continually fail in public and people see those public failures, but then a month later, 2 months, 6 months, a year later, they see how far you've come from the failure version of you, how you've climbed 30 steps and you're at a much higher point on the mountain now. You've rebounded, you've learned from your failures, and then you've improved on those things. Failing forward, right, instead of backwards, that shows people that you're going to continue to iterate, build awesome shit, and just keep doing amazing things in whatever market, whatever niche you're in. So that is kind of the New Age founder model as I see it. This was a fairly quick presentation thrown together. I probably left some things out, but hey, that's why there's next video to always iterate and improve on the things that you create. So I appreciate you guys watching. As always, really excited to show you more features in the software. Again, there's a few people on the beta right now. It's not out, but people have signed up to be a beta tester. If that's you and you want to use this tool to help you hit your first 10K month or scale far beyond that, there'll be a link in the description. Fill out the form and I'll be reaching out to you super soon. Thanks for watching, guys.
I don't know why some of y'all skeptical. Maybe because we got the same passion, but you never went professional. I just know it's something about me that's detestable. New G-Wagon, that bitch is electrical. The hate got to me, but I had to act straight, like I'm trying to seem hetero. Used to kill locals, not a crime scene federal. I'm proud of what we done, but I'm trying to be better though, cause I don't really think I've made nothing incredible.